Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Today's video will be about my experience at the range for the first time. And once again, I'm apologizing in advance that I'm not looking directly into the lens. But yes, anyway, so I did go to the range and it was my first time. So me and my girlfriend, we both went. She never shot a gun. In fact, she was horrified about me having a gun. So she really didn't want to touch it. She didn't even want the gun next to her. Even though I keep the gun loaded, she didn't want the gun next to her. So what happened is when I'm going to work, I'll just take the gun and put it in the room. So there's no kids around, so I don't need to lock it or anything. So anyway, when I first went into the shop, you know, I had to fill out a waiver since I've never been there. I actually had 2 free range visits. So I had 150 rounds for my Glock 17 and I had 50 rounds for my Glock 20. I also had spare rounds I wanted to keep in the house, so I just wanted to shoot 200 rounds that day. So we bought 5 targets and she accidentally threw 2 of them away. I guess I forgot to tell her in time to keep it because I wanted to show it to y'all out there on YouTube. But let's get into it. Alright, so this is the Glock 17. Always loaded. Point in safe direction. Alright, the first time I squeezed the trigger was basically the hard part. So basically, after I load the gun up, of course, I wanted to shoot her first, then I was gonna let her shoot. So, I put the target to a distance where it'd be more like a real life situation. I didn't want it too close, because at the moment it's just for home defense until I get my concealed carry license. So I wanted to have it at a good distance to where it'd be like in a real life situation. And I didn't want it to be too close because I didn't want to perform as good then, because you know it's close. It should, you know, you should perform good if it's really close. But I did put it out there a little bit for me and her. So anyway, the first time, you know, I was, you know, my heart was a little racing. Or the gunfire that was going around me. You know, so first I wanted to do headshots. So I did use the sights to get the headshots. I believe my first maybe 7 rounds was headshots. So the first time I squeezed that trigger, it felt good. It actually didn't recoil bad, being that, you know, a lot of 9mm, it's not like that. But the thing is, I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So first shot was good. It put a smile on my face. So as I, you know, let off a couple more shots, I gave it to my girlfriend, and she watched me handle the gun. But I walked her through quick steps of, you know, the best way to hold the gun. Because when I first gave it to her, first thing she did was put it on the trigger. So like, no, make sure it's off the trigger. And she kept trying to put it back on the trigger. She wasn't used to it. So, you know, after about a good 3 minutes, you know, she had her hands positioned the right way. And you could tell she was nervous, but she performed very well. Now, throughout the entire range time, she did hit a couple off target. And she did do a couple of rapid fires. And I was pretty proud of her for somebody who never handled a firearm before. I did slightly better job. And as you know, just don't have no back straps on it. It is a Gen 3, but it does have the rough texture frame. And after going to the range, I like the rough texture frame way better than the Gen 4. The Gen 4 is pretty good, but the rough texture frame is much more aggressive. I wish the Gen 4 had it, to be honest. Maybe because it has something to do, that is more tiny. It could be that too. But I like the feel of this one better than Gen 4. So after we finished shooting the 3 magazines, and sadly I was rushing, I didn't have enough time, so I really didn't get a chance to load up my 33 rounds, which I was dying to use. But it took me an hour to get into the line to shoot, so I didn't really have the time to load that up. So after we finished shooting the Glock 17, it was time to do the 10mm. Now, I've seen a lot of videos on people expressing how powerful it is, the recoil. It's a big gun. But I always wanted the Glock 20. Always wanted it. My first firearm was definitely going to be a Glock 17, and the second was going to be a Glock 22. Glock 20. I wanted the biggest and powerful Glock. I had to get it. Next one, since I got the Glock 20, is definitely going to be the Glock 22, then a Glock 21, then a Glock 31, I believe. I believe that's the full size 357 SIG. So she wasn't nervous no more. After she let off a couple of shots, she actually became very addictive to shooting it. I see it on her face, like she had that evil grin, but you could tell she was actually excited about shooting the gun. And it actually took her nervousness away. So the sights, I actually enjoy the sights, of course. A lot of my shots on paper was target for headshots and chest shots, and of course, right here with the X's, I'm not even sure what body, maybe that's the stomach, but I just wanted to put it on paper. If I was in that situation, that's what I want to shoot. If, let's say, somebody bring it to my house, they do have a knife, and I do see that they have a knife, I'm not going to shoot to kill. I will try to neutralize him by shooting him in the legs or something. Both legs. Just try to neutralize him. But if he does have a gun, I'm going all out. I'm going straight to protect myself, and I will go for the kill. It may sound horrible, but somebody got a gun also, they shooting to kill. Or I don't want to take that mistake of trying to, shoot him somewhere else. But I will defend myself. But as I said, if you have a bad knife, something like that, yes, I will probably get him in the legs before anything. If I could get his arms first, I'll get his arm first. But if I shoot him in the leg, he will go down. He or she will go down. And then I'm pretty sure they'll drop the weapon. But anyway, enough with the Glock 17. Alright, let's put this down. Pick up the big boy, Glock 20. Also loaded. I'll keep all my guns loaded no matter what. Safe direction. Now, this was a really nerve-wracking moment. So, once I let her finish the last magazine on the 17, I was loading up all my 10mm rounds. So I wanted to go first, of course. When I first pointed down the range, I was trying to anticipate how much recoil would I get. I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me about 30 seconds before I fired the first shot. And when I fired the first shot, it didn't feel bad at all. I felt the power difference, but it was still a good shot. So I actually performed well with this. I actually put this target a little further than the 17. Just a little, not too much of a big difference. But my shot placement was pretty good. I'm not sure if I ever went off target because my girlfriend, she also shot this. I asked her in advance, do she want to shoot this? It's supposed to be much, much, much powerful, but she's accepted the challenge. And she performed very well. Once again, this is the Gen 4 with the back straps. I have no back straps on the gun. And I will put a picture of my girlfriend in this video just so you can see the size that she is. She's very, very thin. Not very thin, but she's thin, and she does have very thin hands. It's not really large like mine where I could actually fit up on a gun, but before I let her shoot, I did ask her if the grip was fine for her. She said it was fine. And when she took her first shot, you could see she was a little surprised about the power. But just like the 17, she did a good job shooting this. Couple went off paper, but I'm still proud of her because a lot of stuff did go on paper. It did go all over the body area of the target, but getting hit one time with one round from a 10 millimeter. All right, this is the 9 millimeter. One time, I don't care where you get hit with any of these bullets, it will take you down. But with the 10 is definitely going to drop you. Doesn't matter where you get shot at. You're going to stumble. Something's going to happen. But anyway, she did a good job. She did get the whole section. She got a couple of headshots. Maybe in total, maybe around 8 shots went off target. So we just took turns. I did a mag. She did a mag. And we shared the last mag. And we had like a couple of bullets left over. I think like 5 bullets left over. And she let me finish the 5 bullets. Because she knew how much I wanted to go to the range. So the gun range was pretty good. I wish I could have recorded the whole process, but that gun range did not allow any cameras or cell phones to be taken out. That's one of the rules. I found the range probably like an hour away. They have an indoor and outdoor range. I'm gonna try to do the outdoor range because it feel more natural for me to be outside. I already tried the inside, so I'm gonna do the outside. I'm gonna switch it up, do inside and outside. When I get my concealed carry, I gotta know what it feel like to shoot outside and not just inside. I wish I didn't have to put the eye protection and the ear protection on, and the reason why I'm saying that, because in a real life situation, I might not even have time to put that stuff on. I might be in the house, have to fire both of these guns or one of these guns, and the noise is going to be loud. So I would love to train myself to see if I could shoot this without any protection. It won't be like an everyday thing, but just to train myself. Because one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to train myself how to point and shoot my target instead of relying on the sights. Because if I'm in that situation, I might be nervous. So I might not try to focus my sight on my target. I might just point and shoot. If they're close enough, you don't need to use your sights, to be honest. But I'm going to practice my 2 hands, my right hand, and my left hand. And the reason why, because something might happen. I might get hurt where I can't use my right hand, and I'm forced to use my left hand. So I need to learn how to shoot with both hands. 1 each and 2. This is going to be my primary. But I got to learn how to do with 1 arm as well, 1 hand as well. But now that the range life is over for that first time we took our virginity at the range, she been dying to go back to the range. I'm just working, so I don't got time right now. She works. So maybe sometime in January I will go to that second range, and I will probably buy 400 rounds of the 9mm and 100 rounds of the 10mm. For the 10mm, I did pay $30. Well, it is $30 for the box of 50, but it was on sale for like $27 when I went there. I should have got more, but I didn't. But it's still fine. I'll pay the $30. Well, $60 in this case. For my 9mm, I did get it from Walmart, and I paid $12.47. And in my state, there's no tax, so I don't have to worry about taxes. So that's about it. The range experience was pretty good. I loved it, and I'm still shocked that my girlfriend, she handled this big boy like she was not a pro, but like she had experience. I was nervous. My heart was like do, but she did good. She did really good. And my advice to anybody out there, I don't care what kind of state you live in, try your best to get a gun for home defense. There was a saying, you rather have and not need than to need and not have. A lot of instances happen where homes was broken into. I even saw a story where a guy climbed through a window and raped, I believe, an 11-year-old girl in her bed, and the parents were right next door. So, in my opinion, please, everybody should have one. You could be uncomfortable with it, but it will save your life one day. Or maybe it might not, but at least you have a fighting chance to protect yourself and your family. Because once your life is gone, can't get it back. So everyone should do this. There's a lot of people out in this world who intend to hurt and kill. Sometimes they don't even need to kill somebody, but they would do it. Please don't be a victim. I wish every state had concealed carry license. Because New York, you could get it, but basically the only way you could get it if you're law enforcement, retired law enforcement, or you have a business where you transport at least $7,000 in cash a week. So New York is one of them states. And, you know, I live in New York, but I also live in another state. So I work in New York, but live in another state. So that's how it goes. I was in New York my whole life. But as I said, please consider it. You don't have to get a Glock 20, and you don't have to get a Glock 17. You can get the smaller one, compact, subcompact. Get something to where you can protect yourself and your family. And if you have kids, make sure y'all please keep these things locked. I've seen a lot of stuff on the news where parents, grandparents, family members left loaded guns around and them kids used it. Stories of little boys shooting his little brother. Please keep these things locked. If you have no kids, you feel free to do what you need. But with me, when my daughter's home, this is a way. It's somewhere where she can't reach and somewhere where she can't get, because God forbid I have a situation where I need to get to this, is ready. But I could tell you right now, she would never ever find or even reach where this firearm will be at. And I'm around her all the time, so it's not like I'm going to fall asleep and she's going to go get it. Trust me, it will be up. I take her safety very serious. Same thing with my girlfriend. If she's in the house by herself, these remain loaded and next to her. So y'all could try to come into my house. She know how to use a Glock 20. Come in my house. She might just shoot your little friend off down there and you'll remember her for the rest of your life. Just saying. I would hate for it to come down to this, because I really don't want to have that on my conscience of me taking someone's life, but I will protect myself and my family. End of the day, there's nothing no one could do. All right, so please consider it, think about it, but you might need it one day. If you're in a state where you can conceal carry, please do that as well. Do not open carry, because you're giving criminals a reason to take your gun. Seen it all the time on YouTube. Please do not open carry. Have the element of surprise by keeping your weapon concealed at all times. Get the best holster you could get to where it's not poking out or anybody would even think you have a firearm on you. Because you never know. Something could happen around you and you could have the power to save many lives. Somebody could just walk in the store and try to shoot up the store. You could save lives if you conceal carry. Having a firearm is a big responsibility, and be ready to live up to that responsibility, because I know I am. Because if my daughter was out there, I would want somebody who has a concealed carry to be around to protect her and anybody that's in danger. Same thing for your kids, your loved one. If I'm around and I got my concealed carry license with my firearm, I will protect everyone around me. My life and other lives. But for my concealed carry, I will go around with the Glock 17. If I could find a holster for this, I'll carry both of them. I've seen some good ones. So when I find it, I'll get it. I'm working on my concealed my concealed carry license. So hopefully I could have that soon. And For all the people that likes to go out there and record y'all open carry just to mess with the cops, please, y'all need to stop that. Those are the reasons why they don't want open carry in states, because people like that do things. And you never know. A criminal might look at what you're doing, and he might end up doing the same thing, saying the same thing you said, and once the cop leaves, he could go rob a convenience store. He could go rob a shopping mall. He could go rape someone or murder somebody. So all them videos that's out there showing y'all open carry, I understand is the law. I understand you shouldn't have to go through this. If a police officer asks for your ID to see if you are able to open carry, give it to him. Why are you making these police officer jobs hard? By him dealing with you, a crime could be being committed, but he's busy trying to see if you are licensed to carry a gun. Stop doing your kid games. I understand it's good education, but it's bad education for the criminals who smart enough to pull the same thing you're doing. Then let's say that same criminal end up hurting someone you love. You are the cause of that. So y'all need to stop all of that. Stop giving the police officers a hard time. I'm not saying all the recent killings that they do, I don't say it's justified, but stop giving a lot of them hard times. Because when I get pulled over, I don't give them a hard time. You need my ID? Take my ID. You need to search my car? Search my car. Get it over with quick. I know I don't have nothing, and even though they in the wrong, I'm going to be the bigger man. Search it, because nothing is in my car. I'm not going to give them attitude. That's how people get shot. If you are carrying, first thing you say is, officer, I have a loaded firearm in the car. If it's in your glove box, I have a loaded firearm in my glove box. I am licensed to carry a gun. Or if it's on your person, officer, I have a firearm. Let's say if it's in your appendix, your back, your side, your shoulder. Say wherever you have to say, I am licensed to carry the gun. Can I be free to show you my ID, and I will take the firearm out at your discretion if that's what you need. Never make fast movements. That's all you have to do. So if you have a gun and you are licensed to have a gun, first thing you say is you have a gun. Because once they get surprised, you might end up getting shot. I'm just saying, always let them know you have a firearm on you or in the vehicle. Being a police officer is not easy. Because if I was a cop and if I was in that situation, how do you think I would feel? My life could be at danger. I have family. I have a kid. So I don't condone to all the killings. Yes, a lot of these officers shouldn't do what they did. But if you do have a gun, please let them know that you have a gun. Don't give them a hard time. Be the bigger person. Be the more educated person. You could even say, I know this is wrong. You're not supposed to do it. But I'm going to allow you to do it so I could show you that I have nothing in my car. I have no drugs, no firearm, nothing illegal is going on here. Make it quick. Quick and easy. I got harassed plenty of time. I'm still getting pulled over. And guess what? You need to search my car? Search my car. I know there's nothing in there. If you have them friends that, like to carry guns, make sure they don't have a gun. You pat them down so they won't have a gun in your car if it's illegal. Or if they have a registered gun with license, you let them know the same thing. If we get pulled over, please let them know that you have a firearm. Please let them know where it's located at so we won't get into nothing. All right? A lot of people they don't think like that. But me, I don't care if it's right or wrong. Do what you have to do. If you feel like I'm being a drug dealer, check my car. I don't have nothing on me. I know I don't have nothing on me. I don't smoke weed. I don't carry it. I don't hang out with people that smoke weed. So, do the right thing. Even though they're not doing the right thing. You be that bigger person, because some police officers, you know how they will get down. Be the bigger person. Be the more mature person and handle that situation the right way. I'm sorry that this video is going on for so long, but it's something that I always wanted to talk about. But now that I have a firearm is the best time to talk about these things, these issues. But just always make sure you don't provoke these police officers. White, black, Mexican, Latino, doesn't matter. White people go through the same problems too. But even though on video it showed more of the police officers attacking black people. And another thing, don't harass all white cops, because all white cops is not the same cops. If you see a white officer point his gun at a victim with a gun or a knife and don't shoot, that is not the same officer that would shoot a black kid in that situation or don't have a weapon. So don't put down all white police officers, because I ran into a lot of white police officers that was actually nice, respectful. I remember one time I was blasting music 1:30 in the morning, driving down, and a cop van come up on the side of me. This is New York now. A white guy, he like, yo, my man. He like, yo, I know you listen to Jada Kiss, that fire, the kiss of death, but yo, just keep it down. He was cool. He could have pulled me over for a ticket, but he didn't. So don't take every actions of one white officer or black officer and make it racial. If this white officer murdered a black man, black kid, black person, you take it up on that officer or any other officers that's doing it. Please don't just take it on every single white officer, because every white officer is not the same. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I may not know what I'm talking about, but that's how I feel. That's my opinion on the situation. But this video is pretty long. I wasn't intending to make it this long, but it's something I needed to get out the way. Hopefully it could reach a lot of y'all. Hopefully. But to the next video. I mean, I would love to hear anybody feedback on what I just said. If you feel like what I said was wrong, you could tell me. I'm an adult. I'm mature, so I would take it. I'm not going to sit there and argue with people online or offline, in person. That's just my opinion. It could be the wrong opinion, but that's how I feel. So I would like to hear what anyone have to say about the situations. All of them. You know, I don't mind reading it. I don't care if it's a hate comment. You know, God bless y'all. I'm still going to live my life. I'm still going to do what I do. And there's nothing anyone can say about it. But anyway, yeah, just leave a comment. I hope I get a thumbs up. Let's make this happen, all right? I could do a lot of video. I could do a video a day if y'all want me to. I don't care what the situation. If y'all need something to be brought up, hit me up in the comment box, and I'll bring it up in a video. All right, so everybody just have a blessed day. Let me load this gun back up, because always stay loaded. All right, so everybody have a blessed day. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll be back.